Have you ever noticed how sometimes a single sentence can create more discussion than an entire press conference? In the entertainment world, new headlines appear every minute. Celebrity sightings, drama announcements, red carpet appearances, most trends come and go within hours. But every once in a while, something unexpected happens. A brief pause. A subtle smile. A seemingly ordinary answer. And suddenly, millions of people can't stop talking about it. That's exactly what happened recently when Wu Lei attended a public event and was asked a question that nobody expected would ignite such a massive online discussion. The atmosphere had been relaxed and cheerful. Wu Lei was smiling, joking with the host, and interacting comfortably with the audience. Everything seemed perfectly normal. Then one name was mentioned. Zhao Lusi. At first, it seemed like just another routine question. After all, actors are often asked about former co-stars. Nobody thought much of it. But according to people at the event, something changed. For a brief moment, Wu Lei paused. It wasn't a long silence. Just a few seconds. Yet those few seconds were enough to send countless fans into detective mode. His smile softened. His expression shifted ever so slightly. And suddenly, everyone was paying very close attention. What happened next pushed the topic straight onto trending searches. When asked whether he would be willing to collaborate with Zhao Lusi again in the future, Wu Lei smiled and answered, "I'm always looking forward to a suitable script." At first glance, the response sounds perfectly professional. Polite. Reasonable. Expected. But for many viewers, it wasn't the words that stood out. It was the way he said them. The warmth in his tone. The sincerity in his expression. The absence of the usual diplomatic distance that celebrities often use when discussing former co-stars. And just like that, the internet exploded. To understand why this reaction was so powerful, we need to go back to the drama that first connected them in the hearts of millions. When Love Like the Galaxy premiered, few people could have predicted just how successful it would become. The series quickly transformed into a phenomenon. Viewers were captivated by the story of Ling Bai and Cheng Xiaoshan. The characters were compelling. The storytelling was emotional. But above all else, audiences became fascinated by the chemistry between Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi. Many dramas feature attractive actors. Many dramas tell romantic stories. But every so often, a pairing appears that feels different. A pairing that audiences don't just watch. They believe. For countless viewers, Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi became that kind of pairing. Every glance seemed meaningful. Every conversation felt natural. Every emotional scene appeared effortless. Even during quiet moments, there was an undeniable connection that made audiences feel as though they were witnessing something genuine. As the drama gained popularity, discussions about the two stars spread across social media platforms. Fans shared favorite scenes. They analyzed dialogue. They replayed emotional moments over and over again. And unlike many television pairings that fade from public attention after a show's conclusion, the fascination surrounding Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi never truly disappeared. Years later, people are still talking about them. Still watching clips. Still revisiting behind-the-scenes footage. Still wondering the same question. Was it really just acting? That question has fueled endless discussions online. As more behind-the-scenes videos surfaced, viewers noticed what they believed were subtle signs of comfort and mutual understanding. A shared laugh. A supportive gesture. A natural interaction between takes. Of course, none of these moments prove anything. But speculation rarely depends on proof. Instead, it thrives on possibilities. And possibilities are exactly what Wu Lei's recent response revived. Almost immediately after the event, fans began dissecting every detail. Videos circulated across social media. Screenshots were analyzed frame by frame. Comment sections filled with theories. Some users revisited interviews from years ago. Others compiled event appearances featuring both stars. Some even created lengthy video edits highlighting their interactions throughout the years. The topic quickly accumulated millions of views. And then, another detail added fuel to the fire. Around the same time, Zhao Lusi was reportedly asked a similar question during a media interview. The moment Wu Lei's name was mentioned, observers noticed something interesting. The usually energetic and outspoken actress appeared to pause briefly. Then she smiled. And moved on without directly answering. That was it. No confirmation. No denial. No elaborate explanation. Just a smile. Yet strangely enough, that smile may have generated even more discussion than a direct answer ever could. Because sometimes, what remains unsaid captures people's attention far more effectively than what is spoken aloud. And that is exactly why the story continues to dominate conversations. Let's be honest. If either of them had simply said, "We're just colleagues," the discussion would likely have ended. If either had firmly denied every rumor, public interest might have faded. But uncertainty creates curiosity. And curiosity keeps people talking. The reality is that audiences often become emotionally invested in stories that extend beyond the screen. For many viewers, Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi are not simply two actors. They represent something larger. A feeling. A memory. A connection associated with a drama that touched millions of hearts. People aren't necessarily searching for confirmation of a relationship. What many are really searching for is the feeling they experienced while watching the series. The excitement. The anticipation. The emotional journey. That is why even small interactions continue to generate such strong reactions. Fans remember the way the characters supported each other. They remember moments of vulnerability. They remember scenes that made them laugh and cry. And when they see traces of that same warmth reflected in real-life interviews, it naturally sparks imagination. Perhaps that is why Wu Lei's answer resonated so deeply. His response wasn't dramatic. It wasn't sensational. In fact, it was remarkably simple. But simplicity often feels more authentic. There was no attempt to create headlines. No exaggerated statement. No carefully crafted viral moment. Just a straightforward expression of openness toward a future collaboration. Yet because of the history shared between the two actors and the emotional attachment audiences still carry, those few words became incredibly powerful. For some fans, the phrase "I'm always looking forward to a suitable script" wasn't merely about work. It represented possibility. The possibility of seeing them share the screen again. The possibility of revisiting the chemistry that captivated millions. The possibility of experiencing another unforgettable story. And sometimes, possibility is more exciting than certainty. Meanwhile, Zhao Lusi's response earned praise from many viewers who appreciated her mature handling of the situation. Rather than feeding speculation, she chose restraint. Rather than turning the discussion into a larger controversy, she simply smiled and allowed the audience to draw their own conclusions. It was a reminder that, ultimately, actors should be remembered for their work. Not for endless rumors. Not for constant speculation. But for the stories they bring to life. And perhaps that's the most important takeaway from all of this. Whether Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi are simply colleagues, close friends, or something more is ultimately known only to them. The public may never receive a definitive answer. And maybe that's perfectly fine. Because what remains undeniable is the impact they created together. They gave audiences a drama that people continue to cherish years later. They created characters that remain unforgettable. And they delivered a partnership that still inspires discussion long after the final episode aired. In the end, perhaps the real reason this topic resonates so strongly is because it reminds people of something beautiful. Mutual respect. Shared growth. Meaningful connection. The kind of bond, whether professional or personal, that leaves a lasting impression. As many fans have pointed out, the most unforgettable stories are not always defined by their endings. Sometimes, it's the journey that matters most. And in this case, a brief pause, a simple sentence, and a quiet smile have become one of the most talked about entertainment moments of the summer. Now we'd love to hear your thoughts. What is your favorite Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi moment? Do you hope to see them collaborate again in a future drama? Share your opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest entertainment news and celebrity updates. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.